My brothers and sisters, good afternoon. A wedding feast, or any feast or banquet for that matter, you will have food and drink, entertainment. So it is a very happy occasion. May kainan, may inuman, may sayahan. That's why wedding banquet or wedding feast or any banquet or feast for that matter stands for happiness. Correct? Di ba? Kapag sinabi mong feast, nako, masaya yan. It stands for happiness. So, wedding banquet on earth, ganyan. Pero mayroon din expression na wedding banquet in heaven. Paano natin intindihin yon? Talaga may kainan din ba doon? May inuman? Mayroon ba? Hindi kayo makasagot. Mayroon bang inuman sa wedding banquet in heaven? Yes or no? Wala, pag sa halangit na tayo, hindi na tayo kailang kumain. Hindi natin kailangang uminom. Hindi po ba? So, ang expression na wedding banquet in heaven, it also stands for happiness. And we are not feasting on food and drinks. We already feast on God, which is the source of our happiness. So feasting on God, we will be face to face with God. 'Di ba? Mabighani ka na lang at kapag nakikita mo ang Diyos, parang punong-puno ka ng happiness. Kaya yung expression wedding banquet or wedding feast in heaven, huwag niyong isipin na may kainan yan at may inuman. It simply means, it stands for eternal happiness. Nakuha niyo? Because everything in heaven is eternal, including happiness. So in the first reading, with that introduction, from the book of the prophet Isaiah, God invites all of us to eternal happiness. Gusto na ba niyo yon? Gusto na niyo pumunta ng langit? Parang ayupan niyo ha. Merong sinabi ko yan noon eh. Ay, Father, huwag na muna. Dito na muna. Dito muna. Parang hindi excited, ano? But the Lord is inviting us to eternal happiness. And it is symbolized in the first reading by the Lord preparing a feast for us on the mountain of the Lord. What is the mountain of the Lord? It is Mount Zion. So, with that words, it's preparing a feast. It's just telling us that God is inviting all of us to eternal happiness. And in that eternal happiness, according to the first reading, death will be destroyed forever. And tears from every face will be wiped away. Ay talaga naman, talagang wala ng kamatayan sa langit. Wala ng pagdadalamhati, wala ng pag-iiyak doon. No? Because eternal happiness nga eh. So, would you like to go there? So remember that God is always inviting you that, no? I hope you don't forget the invitation. The same thing in the gospel. God's invitation for all of us to eternal happiness is also symbolized by a king preparing a wedding feast for his son, to which guests were invited. However, those invited did not come, kahit isa. Walang dumating. Bakit? Ano bang nangyari? Some ignored the invitation, dinedma ang imbitasyon dahil mayroon silang ibang lakad. Ang isa, lakad niya papunta ng kanyang bukid. Yung pangalawa, pupunta sa kanyang negosyo. The rest naman ay laid hold of the servants of the king who reminded them of the invitation. Ni-remind lang sila ng invitation, minaltrato pa yung alipin ng hari. So, they mistreated them and killed them. Kita mo? Now, this should bring us to examine ourselves on how we respond to God's invitation to eternal happiness. Are we like those invited by the king to the wedding feast for his son? Parang ganun eh. Lahat ba tayong mga Pilipino ay talagang, because we can, our training or trial is, if we know, to know how we respond to God's invitation to eternal happiness, we have to look into how we also respond to the Lord's invitation to the banquet of His Son in the Eucharist every Sunday. Diba? This is also a banquet of the Lord, the feast of the Lord. And the Lord is preparing a feast for us every Sunday. How do we respond to it? Paano ba tayo tumutugon? Lahat ba tayong mga Pilipino ay talagang nagsisimba linggo-linggo? Nung sa dating parokya ko, ang population ay about 65,000 Roman Catholics. We have 12 masses every Sunday, including the anticipated Sunday Mass. At ipalagay na lang natin sa bawat misa ay 1,000. Ilan lahat yun? 12,000 minus 65. Ilan? 12, 65 minus 12 ay 53. So saan napunta yung 53? 53,000. Di ba? So it's clear that not all of us Filipinos are not coming to the feast of the Lord every Sunday. Dahil gaya ng mga naimbita dito sa wedding feast na pinrepare ng isang hari sa kanyang anak, we also turn down the invitation dahil may iba tayong lakad. Ibang lakad. Napupunta tayo sa ibang simbahan. Ano ba yung mga simbahang ito? Sabungan. Di ba? Yun ang, iba sa ating mga Katoliko, ang simbahan pag Sunday, sabungan. Buong mag-araw nandoon. Yung iba naman, yung simbahan nila, pinupuntahan nila pag Sunday, ay sinihan naman, movie houses. Iba naman yung malls, yun ang naging simbahan na nila. Iba naman yung casino, etc., etc. At ang iba naman, ibang feast, ibang piyesta ang pinupuntahan. Ano itong mga piyesta? Drinking sprees. Inuman, lasingan. Di ba pag araw ng linggo yan, maglibot ka. Ako maglibot sa parokya, yan ang makikita mo sa mga tabi-tabi ng daan. May mga taong nagiinuman. Parties. Birthday parties. Reunion parties. Karaoke parties. Ano pa? TikTok parties. Mayroon bang ganon? So, yan, no? But you are exceptions. Hindi kayo kasama dito sa mga nabanggit ko. No? Dahil you prefer, mas ginusto pa ninyo, minabuti pa ninyong pumunta dito sa simbahan at makibahagi sa piging ng Panginoon. So, mapalad kayo, you are blessed, my brothers and sisters, because part of your Sunday is going to the real house of God and share in the joy of the Lord in the Holy Eucharist. But my brothers and sisters, coming to the Eucharist every Sunday is not enough. We have to bring the Eucharist to our brothers and sisters. Tama? Yung pagsisimba natin, hindi pa, hindi pa sapat yan. Kung tayo napunta dito sa Eucharistia, dapat dalhin natin ang Eucharistia sa ating mga kapatid. Paano? Sa pamamagitan ng pagbabahagi, kasi Eucharist is a sharing. Sa Eucharist, ibinahagi ng ating Ama, Diyos Ama, ang kanyang anak, na ating iniaalay dito, sinasakripisyo sa anyo ng tinapay at bino at alak. So that we can also bring the Eucharist by sharing our blessings, especially to our needy brothers and sisters. At ginagawa naman yata ng parokya natin yan, di ba? Dahil sa tulong ninyo, nakakatulong tayo dyan sa mga nangangailangan nating mga kapatid, na banggit ko na yan noon. Ang ating parokya ay nakakatulong dahil during this pandemic to our brothers and sisters who are in need. Like what the Philippians did in the second reading, they helped St. Paul in his need. They supplied whatever Paul needed in order to continue preaching the good news to other people. And second, we have to invite. Dapat imbitahin natin yung iba, na kung tayo ay pumupunta dito sa Eucharistia, imbitahin din natin silang dumalo rito. Of course, ngayong pandemya ay hindi pa natin gaano magagawa yan. Pero sana after ng pandemya, dahil hindi ba gusto, gaya ng hari dito sa Ebanghelyo, they invited everyone, di ba? and the hall was filled with guests. At yan din ang gusto ng Panginoon, na sana mapuno ang kanyang simbahan. So my brothers and sisters, or kung hindi man pala sila makapunta rito, you remind them to join through live streaming. Nagla-live streaming ba kayo? Oh, yun pala eh. So turuan nyo sila mag-live streaming. Kung ano pa yung mga nila-live streaming nila, dapat yung misa ay ma-live streaming din nila, no? So my brothers and sisters, let us share the Eucharist. We come to the Eucharist and bring the Eucharist to others, and we are making ourselves worthy in joining in the eternal happiness in heaven, eternal happiness with God, which is real and never-ending happiness.